What's up, y'all? We are back for episode 13 of Baddies South. I cannot believe that this is not the finale. Like, I thought it was the finale the whole time I was watching it. And it felt like a finale because there wasn't much to it. But I thought it was the finale, and then I see next on, and they still got a whole nother episode next week. But, I mean, shit. There wasn't much to really talk about. This is going to be a quick one. I know this probably won't be one of them low-viewed reviews that I have. So, I know it's going to be low view, but just run them subscribers up, share it, do what you do to get me those subs, because I'm on the way to 1,000. We slowly, but surely creeping up. But thank y'all again for the support, as always. Thank y'all for dropping the comments down below. Yeah, drop your comments on what you thought of this lackluster episode. Really, tell me what y'all think is going to happen at this reunion, because that's what I really want to know. Because I saw a couple clips online, but that's all I really know in terms of that. But I'm excited for that because I'm ready for this to wrap up so we can get to that. But yeah, drop them comments and let's go. We get into episode 13 and we're basically at the end of last week where Sidney Star gets on the mic while Gutta's trying to perform, and the whole party erupts in commotion. Like, they're trying to get her off the stage and whatnot. All the girls are pissed off because Sidney just ruined Gutta's moment. Apparently Gutta got pissed off, walked away. They had to talk him into coming back to perform. Jayla, she's getting on the mic and stuff, and she's getting the crowd amped up once they got Sidney removed. Basically getting them amped up and getting them more energized so Gutta can come on and perform, and everybody's giving him some energy back. So Gutta gets on the stage and performs. They have the whole montage. You know how they do. Like, whenever they have a moment for somebody on the show, they like to just extend it. We got to see the whole performance and whatnot. It was alright. It was pretty decent. Gutta, I can see Gutta has some talent. So I feel like the more he continues to push, the more he gets into the right hands, and he's got people that's working with him. He could do something with this. I don't know how big it'll get, but he can definitely do something with it where he's got enough of a mainstream audience. I ain't gonna say mainstream. He's got enough of an audience to where they would buy what he puts out. So me buying it, I don't know. It would have to be something really, really good, but whatever. And then we got Cash Doll. Cash Doll performs. I love Cash Doll. Cash Doll is beautiful. Like, that's a fine woman. But she got out there and she performed. They had another whole montage. And then they ended up leaving the party. Everybody was excited. They were tired. Like, they felt good about the night and whatnot. But Sway is pissed off and she mad and she's saying she want to slap Sidney. So then they get on the bus. And when they get on the bus, Yodeler and Biggie from One More Chance Season 2 joined on the bus. And they're in there dancing and stuff. Everybody's happy. Rolly said she was happy because she had a good time for the first time in a while where there was no drama. Like, everybody was having fun at that at the day party. It turned into a night party. Everybody was having fun and stuff until Sidney came. So it was the first time they all felt like they were just cohesively just having fun and just enjoying their time. And Rolly said that she enjoyed it. But they're on the bus, they dancing and stuff. There's people outside that Natalie is calling fans. I don't know if they're fans, but whatever. She want to call them fans, I'll let her call them fans. But there's people outside wanting to get on the bus because obviously they see Baddies South. They know they film it. So obviously people want to get on the bus so they can get on TV. So Natalie ends up telling some of them that they can come on, so she starts letting certain people on. And then it gets to the point where Rolly, like me, if I'm Rolly, like if I put myself in Rolly's shoes, I would have been acting the same way. Rolly didn't want all them people on that bus. And that's just me in general. I'm the type of person, I'm an introverted extrovert. A lot of the times I'm an introvert. I stay to myself. Like the weekends and stuff, I'm typically by myself in my own place. Like, I do my own errands and stuff. I go and do what I do on a normal day-to-day basis, but I like to be home. I'll go out with my friends and stuff every now and then, but I'm the type that just does not like to be bothered like that. And then people in your space, that's kind of what was happening on this bus. All these people are in her face, in her space, stepping on her toes and stuff. Rolly said she's trying to figure out where the fuck these people came from and why they in her face. And I'm like, I feel you on that. But Sway and Biggie, they was tonguing each other down. Sway was blaming it on the Casamigos, saying that she done had a lot to drink, so she's excited, and they were sitting there tonguing each other down, like I said. But then Sidney is outside, noticing there's people on the bus. She sees the Baddies Bus. Obviously, she wants to get on. So as she's outside making a commotion, trying to get on, Jayla overhears her. I guess she alerts Natalie. Natalie gets off to speak to her, As she gets off, Sway gets off the bus. I think Sway might have been the only, Sway and Jayla might have been the only ones to get off the bus, I think. But Natalie gets off to speak to her, and as she's speaking to her and walking towards her, what happens? Sway comes up and sneaks her. And I'm not a fan of sneaking people. I'm not. But when Sway kind of explained the reasoning behind it later on in the episode, I understand why she did it. We'll get to that in a minute though. But Sway ends up sneaking her. Sidney and Natalie basically having a whole little moment where they acting and stuff and doing it. Like Sidney sitting there. You know how, like, you know there's certain scenes that are put on for the cameras where they acting and you can tell they know. It's the awareness for me. Like the way they know the cameras are around, they try not to look at the cameras. They're looking at each other and they're doing the all hand motions and stuff. That's Sidney. Sidney is the queen of that. Because all last season, you could tell she was just trying her best to just put on a performance for the show. And that's what they was doing. And she was whining and complaining about how Natalie's not her friend. And she doing her like Judy did her last season, yada, yada, yada. Sway and Sidney end up fighting again. Sway got her rocks off on both of her, on her both times, both rounds. Sidney was getting slung around, Sidney falling all over the ground. Like, in that instance, I'm like, how do I feel about that in the moment? With her being a trans woman? I mean, if you, I don't say go up and just hit her for no reason, but because I believe in that, like, trans people are people too. So at the end of the day, they deserve respect. But just because you are trans does not give you the right to go up and start antagonizing people. And then whenever you push them to that point and they hit you, you can't get mad and use the trans card and say, I'm trans, you shouldn't be hitting me. Then don't do things to provoke somebody to hit you. That's where I'm at with that. Like when it comes, like I said, when it comes to trans people, I'm very in support of their livelihood and just letting them be who they are, because I don't care. If you want to be who you want to be, then be who you want to be. And that's okay. Like, you can do what you want to do. Live your life the way you want to live it. But just make sure that you know, just because you have those things to you that are different, doesn't excuse you from doing stupid shit. Because if you do something to somebody to the point where they want to hit you, that's some shit you have to deal with. And Sidney was saying it too. That's why I would respect Sidney. She said she ain't calling the cops. She ain't suing nobody for getting her ass whooped. And I respect her for doing that. So we get to the next scene. They ended up getting back home. And one thing I got to notice too is that Curtis was on the bus. And if y'all remember, who said it? I think it was Milan. He was saying Natalie was fucking Curtis. And at this point, when I saw him on the bus, I'm like, okay, mental note. Let's see if he's still there at the end of the episode. We'll get to it later on. But they get back home to the house and they just recapping the night and whatnot. And it's Jayla, Rolly, and Slim and Natalie. And they're just recapping the night and whatnot, trying to figure out why Sidney keeps stalking them and ending up in the same areas where they were. Just a whole bunch of nothing. Sidney ended up DMing Jayla saying that she want to fight and whatnot. And Jayla said, bring some sneakers because when I beat your ass, I don't want to hear no excuses. Like I said, like it is what it is. Like if you saying this and you popping it like this, you better pop it at the right person that's not gonna do it. Jayla is the type, she gonna fight you regardless. She do that to Rolly gonna fight you regardless. She do that to Krishan, she gonna fight you regardless. So if that's what you want, if that's what you want, Sidney, then come on. But long story short, they ended up talking about they were gonna go to the strip club because this is Sway's stomping grounds. This is where she strips at. And apparently she's going to be performing. Well, she was performing. And Jayla said that she wanted to go, but she ain't going and ain't going either. Both of them tired and don't want to go. So they're the only two not going. The next scene we get Bree and Scotty. They're basically doing the same thing, just recapping the night. Sway ends up joining them, and she's saying that she ain't have no problems with Sidney. The only problem that she had was when she was in Nashville and when she threw that drink at Rolly and ended up, I guess, you throwing a drink, it's not just going to go one way. It's going to spray all over the place. It sprayed all over the place. Sway ended up slipping and falling, and that pissed her off and bothered her. And then also that night with her ruining Gutta's moment, because apparently Gutta and Sway are super close, so her seeing that he was pissed off about that pissed her off. So I guess that was just a bunch of build up to where she was like, I'm just gonna unleash on her now. So that's basically what she was saying in that moment. The next thing they get to the strip club, we got Sway. She's back in the back, basically getting ready with the girls that are stripping as well. And she's saying how she missed her girls and she loves the energy and whatnot. And it's funny because the whole time she's saying this, them girls was not giving her no type of attention at all, no type of energy. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what energy are you seeing? Or is there energy that they just have not shown on the screen that we just missing? But them girls was not paying her no mind. And I was like, what's going on? But she was excited. I mean, regardless of what I saw, she was energized and she was ready. So they ended up getting to the club. Sway's out there performing. And guess who's there? Curtis is still there. So I'm like, because he wasn't in that scene at home. So I'm like, where was he at? Was he like ducked off somewhere trying not to be filmed? I ain't trying to say nothing, but I'm the type of person, I like to see something for myself. You can tell me a lot of stuff, but I ain't gonna believe it straight up, but I'll definitely put it in the back of my mind until I see it happening myself. Milan said this, some months ago. Here we are. We'll see. And Natalie's history of being faithful is not necessarily the clearest. So you take that as you will. Let me know what y'all think about that. That's one thing y'all can let me know. Let me know if y'all think they over there fucking. But we get to the club, like I said, and Sway's out there performing with her girls, and they all basically just dancing and stuff, and that's really it. Like, that's the end of the episode. Look at how small my notes are. But that was pretty much it. That was the end of the episode. Next on the episode, they're still in Houston. Jayla was jumping into the pool. I guess they're going to have a performance or something. She was saying that she wish she could sing and rap like they do, I guess. And then we got Rock. Rock is back. She was singing that one song that she did on, I think it was the same song that she did on Blue Girls Club. It's a super emotional song, and every time she sings it, she cries. And she was talking, it was Slim and Rolly in the venue. It looked like they were at the venue, and it might have been like a sound check or something like that. And she was just rapping, singing. I don't even know if you consider it. I don't know what it is, rap, singing, whatever. She was basically performing, like soft performing, for Rolly. Like, Rolly was standing there, she was looking at Rolly. Slim was there, but she was looking at Rolly, and you could tell Rolly was taking it in. And they had a little moment, and it was like her lyrics, what she was saying is like she's doing this for her family, and she's fighting for her family. And you know, Rock comes from a very battered background, which explains a lot of what's going on with her right now. I swear, I mean, she is head over heels in love with Blueface, and I don't feel like Blueface is the best person for her. She's young. He knows she's young. He's young too, though. I think he's like a year older than me. But I want her to get help. I want her to get help, period. I feel like she needs it because she's a beautiful girl. She's super talented. She's got a lot going for her. She's kind of an it girl, truth be told. Like, in terms of like Zeus, she's like their big star. Like, their big star. I mean, even though she didn't make her name on Zeus. She made it on that OnlyFans stuff on the YouTube. It's OnlyFans YouTube. But she made it that way, and they got her on this show to where she's continuing to broaden her audience. And I feel like she, with the right direction and the right people in the right circle, she can do amazing things. She doesn't need Blueface. It's like I said the last time, a couple of episodes ago. She don't need him to stand on her own. Like, she can do it. And I hope she gets that. Because I don't feel like Blueface is good for her. I don't. I feel like he's using her and playing with her because he knows he can. But that's enough. Let me know what y'all think about that too. But let me know what y'all think about the reunion. I want to know what that's going to be. Next week, I'm pretty sure it's going to be another quick episode review. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Drop them comments down below. And yeah, I guess I'll see y'all next week. Well, I'll see y'all next week. But if you don't, watch out for my page Thursday. Like I told y'all last week, I got my crew that does reviews for Dancing with the Stars. That's just something I like to do just because I need content for this page. And it's easy for me to kind of talk about that because that's something simple and easy to talk about. But yeah, look out for that. That'll be Thursday. We'll be doing like a cast review analysis because I think they're going to drop the cast Thursday. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But if not, if y'all don't watch that, check me next week. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Football is back. That's when that'll be on. But I'll see y'all then. Peace.